Hello and welcome back to the Loose Juice channel. Today on the Loose Juice channel, we're going to be doing something completely different from what we normally do, and that is for a very particular reason. So, my good internet friend, fellow motovlogger, Rollin with Tbone, he issued a challenge, and I want to show a clip from when he issued that challenge, and then we'll get into the video.
My challenge is for those of you out there watching who have a channel, especially the ones who hate horror movies. My challenge to you is to pick a horror movie, record yourself watching it, and upload it to your channel. Now, as a disclaimer, don't do anything that's going to get you monetized on YouTube or get your video taken down. But I just thought that would be a cool challenge just to see how many of you guys have the testicular fortitude. How many of you guys have the guts, the blood pumping through your vein as a red-blooded human being to put aside that fear and watch you a good horror movie for Halloween?
I will say, one, I'm not afraid of horror movies, and two, I'm pretty sure I have the testicular fortitude to be able to watch a real horror film as a real biker. So, thanks for the challenge, Rollin with Tbone. First things first, if you're not subscribed to him, please go head over to his channel and go click that subscribe button. Alright, so if you can't tell by the title of today's video, what I am going to be doing today is reviewing 1982 Poltergeist. So, I had never seen this film. I know that may come as a shock to some people because I'm pretty sure a good chunk of my audience are probably, a little bit older than I am, which is, I love that. But this movie came out almost 10 years before I was even born. So, definitely didn't see it when it was popular. But what I wanted to do for today's video, instead of doing hey, here's watch me react to the movie, and I didn't really want to get into the risk of copyright issues by showing clips of the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. But I was discussing this, this challenge with some friends, and I came up with this idea. So instead of me just babbling on about what I think about the movie, I think it would be more fun to go into the Google review of the movie and find some really choice reviews, and then maybe towards the end I'll give my thoughts on the movie. Sound like a good plan? Alright, I think so too. So, before we get into that, make sure that you click down below, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. Really appreciate that. And then, yeah, let's get spooky. Woo! So, I want to start off with a banger because this one really stood out to me. Alright, 1-star review from Arvind Fansalkar from 2 years ago. I originally watched this movie in 1982 when it was released first time. There were any occasions when I could have rewatched it but did not feel compelled to do so. Finally, I decided to look again and find the whole movie to be a ridiculous fantasy. It is just another way of Exorcist in a different form. All the actors overdo their jobs like a 6th grader in school play. They never contact police, just go down to your neighborhood ghost specialist. This fantasy is as bad as Bill Murray films.
You what?
Obviously, people must like this stuff, as more films were produced in this line, and movies about zombies, aliens, seem to dominate the market. It is all special effects, and who cares about any sensible storyline? I found out Mummy franchise netted very high revenue, 600M, and good movies with reasonable storyline are sidelined. Alright, look at me. Don't go talking shit about Bill Murray. This one really stood out to me because of the weird sentencing and perhaps the reviewer is maybe English second language, which, whatever, totally okay. But it just reads really funny, and yes, you have some good points, but now having seen the movie, it's a horror film. It's not meant to be realistic, so they didn't contact the police because perhaps they would have gotten, on a 72-hour hold. You know what I'm saying? Zoinks! Anyway, on to the next review. This one's from Ceasing Hornet 40 with a sort of smiley face emoji in their username. That's interesting. Just noticed that now. From 4 years ago. I just watched it. Pretty good. Not actually as scary as I expected, but it was surprisingly good. More weird than scary. Not for little kids, though. Not sure why anybody would think it is. LOL. 4 people found this helpful. Next review. Poltergeist is a classic horror movie. It's got some great scares, and the music makes the movie more intense. The other 2 Poltergeist movies are classics. Sadly, after Poltergeist 3 was made, sadly Heather O'Rourke passed away. She will always be remembered for playing Carol. She was the star of all 3 Poltergeist films. Also, another 3 cast members passed away after filming the Poltergeist movies, and now it's been done. The Poltergeist curse. It's very strange for cast members passed away from filming these movies. Also sad. Thank you, Sean Carney. I appreciate your use of all caps. It really brought some vigor to this review. Next review. This one is from Clara C. a year ago. 1-star review. I get nightmares. I think that says it all. I would give it 0 stars, but it won't let you. Clara, I'm so sorry. If you ever need a hug, virtually or in person, Juice is here for you. Also, looks like you have a dog as your profile pic. I like dogs. That's cool. Next review. This one's from Mark Ness. And this was from 2 years ago. 4-star review. For horror theme's sake, ghosts do it for me more than vampires, werewolves, mummies, and dinosaur monsters. Ghosts lend more of an unknown, and the ghosts of quote-unquote Poltergeist lent more of an unknown and scary element of the movie. A paranormal thriller classic. Thank you, Mark Ness. Those are some of the choice reviews that I picked, but I would say, having watched the movie now, if you haven't done it already, maybe you're younger like me, I'm 29. Yeah, whatever, some people don't believe that I'm actually that age, but I am what I am. Some of my favorite scenes from the movie, which, admittedly, without giving away any spoilers, but I will say, the first half of the movie's pretty slow, but the second half has some redeeming qualities, some good, just gross scenes. Ugh. Like this one, if you've seen it and you watch this, you know exactly what kind of feeling that you get from watching this. Yeah, here's another clip of that. So, I think what I had heard about this movie was it made people afraid of clowns, but even though they were overtly trying to make the clown the scary part of the movie, I feel like that's maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just an adult now and clowns don't scare me as much, but it wasn't as scary as I think they were intending with the clown piece of it. What I think is far more scary is all the cringy face peeling off shit. That got me kind of messed up in the head a little bit. Also, this lady, love this character. She's a little, kind of witchy woman. If you haven't seen the movie, do watch it. Yeah, I don't want to even give away any spoilers, but would I recommend this movie to people that really love horror films? Probably not. This is actually more of a thriller. So, not necessarily. I mean, it probably categorically falls into the theme of horror, but I don't know. It's more suspenseful and thrilling than it is kind of like that reviewer was saying about it is about ghosts, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Who wants a review for me anyways? Why am I doing this challenge? I'm having a little existential moment. What I think I want to do now is enjoy the rest of my Sunday morning. I'm going to probably finish this coffee and then probably watch more spooky films, which I hope that you do that as well. And look forward to making more content that's motorcycle related for you all. Because as much as I love horror movies, I am not a movie reviewer. Right? Okay. So, on that bombshell, I'm going to let you go. But I want you all to have a happy Halloween and keep it juice.